Hey everyone, thanks for coming back to my channel, Stay Forever True. So today I want to talk about my spiritual awakening. I don't even know if I should do that, but anyways, my spiritual awakening experience. So if you're new to my channel, I do videos about spirituality, crystals, manifestation. I do gardening videos, regular mom vlog videos. I do plant-based diet videos. I do a lot of different videos here on this platform. I just show who I am, show my lifestyle. I'm a regular person. I'm a regular chick out here just living my regular life, and I want to share it with you all. And I just want, to me, it's all about staying forever true to who you are and just getting to, your more authentic self and just embracing who you are. So first off, what is a spiritual awakening? So it's different for a lot of people, and I'm going to just preface this by saying, like, spirituality, all this stuff, whatever it is for you, however you want to frame it, whatever you want to call it, it's different for everybody. It's not cookie cutter. Like, it's different for everyone. Everybody's experience is different. Everybody's journey is different, you all. And we know that to be true, but I think some people feel like things have to be a certain way. Like, oh, if you're into spirituality, you can't be, a Christian. Or if you're, or if you are into crystals, then you can't still, I don't know, freaking eat meat. Or if you really are into, I don't know, freaking, if you're into manifestations and believe in a lot of attraction, why are you still praying? Like, do what fits you. That's how I feel. Like, honestly, that's what it's all about, is staying true to who you are, like doing what fits you. Like, honestly, like, it's like, to me, spirituality and spiritual awakening it's like going through life aware of everything but blind to everything, in a sense of you literally wake up, like, stay woke. Like, you wake up and you start to realize, like, wow, some of this stuff, or the things that I believed in, the things that I was taught, the way that I see the world, is not how the literal the I that was here before I was here, the I that decided to come down here and to implant itself within a womb and grow into this being that I am. That I does not see this world the way I see this world, like regular old human being me. Like, that I see the world completely different. But the I that's here, the fleshly I, the human eyes, is seeing the world through someone else's lens, through what mom and dad told me, through what books told me, through what religion told me, through what the media told me, through what politics told me. I'm a girl, I'm black, I have natural hair. Like, the I that society has shown me is totally different from the I that was here before any of that. And the I that will always be here is completely different. And it's just like, that's what, for me, that's how I see it. Like, waking up to realize with your real I, your third eye, right? That this is a construct. Everything is a construct. Everything is just created by humans. And it's bigger than what we see it as to be. Similar to how when people, start to get into religion, or they start to believe in God, that you start to realize, wow, like, this is just flesh, and I have a soul, and I'm still, there's something waiting for me on the other side, whatever the case may be, right? So kind of went off on a tangent, but it is what it is, right? Thanks for watching. But to me, it's just starting to wake up to who you are, who you really are, and what that means for you and just for you. And when I say going through life with your eyes open but blind, like, you start to see things not just by how someone else defined it to you. You start to see it in a totally different lens. You start to see it with your real eyes. Like, the real you starts to see things. The real you is always there. The real being that's within you is always there. But it's like layers on that. It's the layers on this ish. Like, it's being kind of covered or hidden, and it comes out sometimes, and then it's just like, nah. Like, you, the human you, the ego of you, like, kind of just be like, let's do it the way they say do it. But the real you is like, well, why do we have to, like, okay, it is what it is, But when you start to wake up to things, the real you starts to get louder and you start to listen to, and you start to really feel what is real for you. Okay, does that make any sense to anybody? Let me know in the comments. Unless that's at least how I saw it. So that's just like my, talk. But like, just to put it in more concrete terms, for me, I grew up within Christianity. It wasn't like super like bash against my head. My mom has always been a very, I would say, my mom was always a very compassionate person. And I always knew that there was something bigger than me in this world. My mom didn't say, you have to believe in this, you have to believe in that. She took us to church here and there. We was aware of what was going on, of like the church world, but it wasn't like beat against our head, right? So, and like I remember every time we would drive past the accident, my mom would just start praying and be like, I'm just hoping that everybody in the car is safe, like that. And it's just like, so that was how I always saw it. Like, it's just a matter of you exchanging your energy and putting out energy to people. Like, honestly, I didn't know this as a kid, but I always just like, whenever my mom did something, like I felt it. Like, I felt like she's connecting. Like, I don't know. I didn't see it as like, oh, she's just a Christian and she's connecting to Jesus Christ. Like, I just saw it as like, she is sending love to somebody. Like, she's being compassionate. It's something bigger than you. So I always knew it was something bigger than me, right? And then when I met my husband, before that, when we were just dating, he talked to me about Christ and we were talking about it. And he was like, do you know about Christ? And da-da-da-da. And I was like, no. And then, I did. Of course I did. I was like, yeah, I do. And then we started talking. And then that's when I started to get more into Christianity. And I got baptized and all of that. And that's what brought us closer together, And I was like, if this man can help me to be saved and save my soul, I got to marry him, right? So it was kind of hard because throughout our marriage, I kept trying my best to hold on to Christianity and I got to go to church, got to do this, got to do that, got to read my Bible. And all along, you all, I remember this. I always in the back of my mind thought that it was so weird that we worship a being. And every time, like in church or just reading certain things, people say like, you just have to worship God. You have to worship God. You have to worship God, like all God. And then when you go to heaven, like you're going to be worshiping God. Like that's kind of like how you hear it, right? Or you see it. At least for me, that's how I interpret it. Like it's going to be all day of you like worshiping God and giving God your love and you're giving God the glory. And it just made me think like, is this being only powerful because we're worshiping it? Like, honestly, this is what was in my mind. Like, why do why do you have to worship God? Because all the great things God has given you, that's why you got to worship God. And I was just like, what does that do for God though? Me worshiping God. And I'm like, that's what gives God, I literally was like, that's what gives God power is the fact that I'm worshiping it. But God gave you this. But it's just like, but why am I worshiping God? Like, just to give God power. And it's just like, okay, I was thinking, I was like, yeah, whatever. They say, don't question God. Don't question God. So, okay, it is what it is. And then I started to listen to YouTube videos more. And I started to resonate a lot with the particular YouTuber. And this is where my husband was kind of upset because he's like, you're listening to this YouTuber and this YouTuber is like basically brainwashing you. And I'm just like, to me, this is stuff that I was literally already thinking, but there was nobody around that thought like this. Like there's nobody I could connect with that was thinking the same way. So for me to see somebody else saying things that I literally was already thinking, I was just like, here we go. Like, oh, like, dang. I was thinking this even when I was younger. I was thinking like this, but I just kind of was like, it is what it is. And to hear somebody else sounds like, yeah, that's that. Like, okay. And I wasn't like to the point where everything this person said, I was like, yes, like, oh my goodness, you're right. You're my Messiah now. Like, I believe you now. Like, you're the one. No, but it's just when you find something that resonates with you, something that actually connects with you, you're like, dang, that's crazy. Like, okay. And especially if you've never heard anybody else talk like that, it hits, it gets deeper. Like for me, it hit deep. So that was that. And then, you know, I just started to like be like, this is not for me. It's not for me. Like, I'm not feeling it. Like, I would just be in church, like looking at everybody, and just I would be trying to get swayed by it. And I remember the pastor was saying, like, don't let the music sway you. Don't let listening to the music and listening to, you know, because he was like, a lot of people get swayed by the music, literally, like by the choir. Like, they get swayed by it. It becomes emotional. You will let your emotions sway you into believing. And then when it comes down to you actually reading the word and getting into it and doing all that, it's just like, can we play that song again? Now I'm a believer. And I thought that was really, really important that the pastor said that. But to me, I was kind of just like, maybe I didn't think I was being swayed by the music, but it's just like, what am I being swayed by then? Am I being swayed by you talking to me? And then I was like, okay, well then what about the case with the guy on the YouTube talking about certain things and I resonate with it? Like, just the whole thing did not sit right with me. And I just started to do more, research more. And also, it wasn't really necessarily me just digesting information from other people. I started to meditate. I started to write more. I started to find myself becoming more to myself. And just even more, because I'm a Cancer, y'all. Cancer gang. And I'm so already kind of to myself. So I just found myself like going deeper into myself and really thinking about things and processing things for myself. And to the point where I was just, my husband one day was like, you know, do you consider yourself a Christian still? And I was just like, I don't. And he's so freaking intuitive. He got Mars and Pisces. He's so freaking intuitive. It's crazy. And so I was like, no, I don't. And it's like him asking me that was like the icing on the cake. Like, that's what needed to be. It was like, literally, it was like the nail in the coffin, right? The last nail in the coffin. So that's what I needed. I needed to say it. I needed to make sure it was known for me. And then when I talked to my pastor about it, he was like, well, maybe you never believed to begin with. And I was like, I do believe that I believed, but I do believe that I am allowed to change. I'm allowed to grow. I feel like Christianity, religion, was something that I needed at that time. That's what I needed. You know, at that time, that's what the Brandy at that time needed. You know, the Brandy where she was at in her life, she needed that in order to get through certain things. And so the Brandy that I became, that no longer, what people always say, served me. That no longer was helping me get by. It's kind of similar to if you have a workout regimen. If you never worked out before, when you start walking around or, you know, doing jumping jacks, 20 jumping jacks, 25 jumping jacks a week or a day, not a week, they ain't gonna do nothing, but a day, you're gonna be like, oh wait, this is crazy. Like, this is a lot. Like, this is all I gotta do and I'm tired. But after, you know, a week or two, you're like, okay, I can probably do 20 more jumping jacks. And then it starts like, I can't do jumping jacks anymore. I need to start running more. I need to start getting on treadmill. I need to start lifting weights. Your stamina, your it's not your stamina, but your tolerance for things. You start to have a higher tolerance for certain activities. So the things that were once able to get you somewhere and do something for you, for your body to lose weight, for you to feel like get a little sweat or whatever, that no longer is what you need. You need to level up. So for me, that's what I feel like happened. And so I'm not the type that's just like, y'all is sheeps for going up into this church. Y'all is this. I feel like let people believe what they want to believe and what they need to believe for that point in their life. My focus, honestly, going forward is what I'm doing, what I am doing, because I have a journey. To me, life, living, all of this is a spiritual journey. All of it. Every last bit of this, as soon as you step foot up in here, it's a spiritual journey that we're going through. Of learning who we really are, learning why we came on this earth, learning what our purpose is, learning how to find inner peace in this world, learning how to be in this world and to function through this world, but still be who we are 100%, no doubt. Like I said, being aware of the world, having your eyes wide open, but being completely blind to it. And the blind part of it is, yes, I'm in it. Like the scripture says, honey, being in the world, but not of the world, right? So you're in it and you understand, okay, in order to manifest things, in order to have certain things, I got to do this, you know? But also knowing that if my lights get cut off, which I gotta pay my dang on gas bill now I think about it. The lights are gonna cut off with the gas. I gotta pay that bill. Anyway, it's a side note. That's spirit talking, right? So if the lights get cut off, I'm not gonna sit here and be in a tizzy about it. I understand that, you know, everything happens for a reason. My mom always told me that as a child, and that, you know, that's just a worldly issue. My soul, the I that I said who came here, the real I, the real being, does not care about that. That real being, that's nothing. You know what they say, you know, I don't know, ant hills ain't nothing to a giant, whatever they say. I don't know how people say it. It's nothing, you know. None of that means anything, because it's all deeper, it's all bigger, and it's all deeper at the same time. So that's, for me, that's how I see it, and that's where I'm at in my life. Because I know some people are like, well, are you this, are you that? And people always want to put a label on you, right? So that they can see how you measure up to them. They can see how they can talk to you. They can see, oh, okay, we're on the same level, so I feel comfortable with this person. Or no, we're not on the same level, so I gotta always look at them sideways, like, I don't know about her, or I don't know about him. So if you ever want to know, or this is what it is. I'm just on my spiritual journey, in finding inner peace. Yeah, like that's literally where I'm at, and I've come to the resolution that that's where I'm at, is to find inner peace and to live out my soul's purpose, and to just be who I am, literally to stay forever true to who I am, to what I came here to do. And that's where I'm at. I'm not here to point fingers at people, to say anybody's wrong for what they believe in, or to say this is, because I think, you know, I could be saying crystals are great one day, then the next day I'm like, you know what, like I don't really use crystals anymore, and now I do this. Like I said, some things you may need or want, or maybe what's necessary for that time being, but going forward, you're going to be at a level where you're like, crystals, I don't use crystals. Like I am a crystal. You know, I can just sit here and it'll come to me what I need. Like I don't need anything external to get me to where I'm going. And honestly, we don't. None of us do. It's just a tool. But yeah, that's where I'm at, and I just want to know what your thoughts are on it. And I know everybody has their own thoughts, and hey, everybody's welcome to their thoughts and their opinions, but that was my spiritual awakening experience. That's, to me, what it means to be a spiritual being, or what it means to be on a spiritual journey. I do have more stuff, like more in depth, like how it was for me in the beginning. But I do want to say, like, this journey has been a lonely one, even though I love the internet, because you can connect with so many people and be like, dang, like I said, like, dang, they are saying the things that I'm feeling and thinking that I've always thought. Like, that's so crazy. But also, it's always important to come back to yourself and to give yourself time by yourself. And that's kind of that Virgo energy. We're in Virgo season. Yeah, I don't know when you're watching this, but Virgo energy is the hermit. You know, Virgo knows how to really get in tune with themselves. That's why Virgo is more about your health and about your daily routine, because Virgo understands like the physical health, the physical plane that we're on. They understand how to get in tune with who they are. Like, oh, something not right with my body. You know, they can go a little overboard. You know, some of y'all can be hypochondriacs, but they can be really in tune with what they need at that given moment. And I encourage you all to do that. I encourage you, even when you watch videos, even when you hear other people experience, always try your best to just keep coming back to you, because you don't want to go from an organized religion and then come into spirituality, whatever that is. I mean, we're all in spirituality no matter what, but come into this community and then be like following all these rules. Like, why go from one area or one arena of rules and, you know, one person telling you this and this and that, and come into a whole other arena doing the same exact things? You got to do this. If you do this, you can't wear weave. If you do this, you can't eat meat. If you do this, you can't be with a white man. If you're a black conscious person, don't be with no white dude. Don't be with no white girl. Like, just be you. Like, who cares? Oh my gosh, people love to put so many rules and labels on people. And to me, what I find it is when people like fight, like, don't burn sage. Christians will be like, don't burn sage, da 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 da, you evil spirits. And then people who are in the conscience will be like, oh, you da da da. Yeah, I feel like some people use religion as a way to just to make themselves feel better. Some people use consciousness and use spirituality too to make themselves like, I'm doing this, so I'm better than you. Just be better than the you that was here before you. You know what I'm saying? Be better than the you that a year ago was doing this or the third. Be better than that version of you. It's not even about being better. Just be more evolved, grow, learn. That's where I'm at. Like, just accept yourself and accept other people and keep it pushing. We all on our own journey. Like, let people be who they are. Who cares? That's honestly where I'm at. Who cares? I'm here trying to get myself together, okay? I came in this world alone. I'm leaving this world alone. That's that. And that's all I have to say. I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Leave some information, or I don't know, leave anything in the comment section. If you're interested in these earrings, I have totally different colors. I got this new color that I freaking need to put on my site, but I got a new royal blue color and a few other colors on my site, so go check it out. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Peace.